Many different elements work in a split second to gather light and create the picture, and so at their core, every camera needs light to do what it does. But how does a camera gather light? Light is gathered and taken into the camera by the lens of the camera. Outside light passes through the lens, and right behind it, a shutter will physically rotate or move out of the way, like a curtain does, to let light in. This allows the lens to project the light onto what is called a sensor. When it comes to that f number in your aperture, always remember this. A smaller number means a bigger aperture and more light. A bigger number means a smaller aperture and less light. Now, what does all of this mean for the actual look of your image? Besides opening and closing to control how much light comes into a camera, the aperture on a lens has another massive job to do, which directly affects how your photos and videos will end up looking, and that is to help focus the image where you want that focus to be. To understand how it does that, I have to throw some more numbers at you. Like most features on a digital camera, aperture can be manually controlled and you can use it to either add light or take it away, but the quality of the image changes when you change the aperture. A general rule is, the more light a camera can see, the sharper and crisper your image will be. Depending on the focal length and how far your subject is from the camera, you can create distortion in your image or take it away. Check out this example. Take a look at how the face changes as the focal length changes. The wider lenses tend to have more distortion and tend to reshape the face, while the more standard lenses tend to give a more faithful rendition of what the person actually looks like. This is because wider lenses are built with glass that is more curved in order to be able to see more, which means they bend the light more than medium or telephoto lenses. This again is why an ultra-wide-angle lens of 8mm will create a distorted, fisheye kind of effect when you're up close to it, and that is also why professional photographers recommend focal lengths between 50 and 75mm in order to shoot close-ups, because of distortion and how it can change your image. Now, on the topic of distortion, we also have to consider what changing the focal length will do to your background. This will give you a cooler image, and it means that the daylight coming from outside will look bluer than it really is, making it look closer to evening light. This can be a quick way to create deeper blues and cooler colors without adding extra lights or filters to make that effect. The opposite is also true. Say you're doing a shot of somebody with incandescent lights and you want to make the lights feel even warmer to achieve a more intimate look. You can white balance for daylight instead of incandescence and create a warmer than normal effect by having the camera pump warm light into the whole image, and this can make for very interesting shots. Notice how when the light is at more extreme angles, it creates more dramatic shadows. Lighting faces directly from above or underneath will create extreme and often unflattering angles for the shadows that fall on the face. Using light this way is very effective for making faces look more menacing or grotesque, no matter how good looking your subject is. Lighting from above, you can create shadows under the eyes that make them look baggier and the face look more tired than it is. Lighting from below, you can make the face look longer and the eyes look emptier, while also creating the impression that your subject is bigger and towering above you, like in horror films when the villain comes out.